everyone. Good evening, or maybe good morning in the other parts of the world. So, my name is Mary Jean.
And I'm Mary Ann with my
We're tandem today. And we have our little boss here. So, he's observing. So, good morning, everybody. Good evening. And thank you for joining us again in this fast talk with Mary Jean and Mary Ann. So, guys, our topic for today, we're going to talk about growth mindset, right? Sis?
yes, growth.
Okay. Growth mindset. We're gonna talk 5 growth mindset that we can develop from time to time. So, the 5 growth mindset that we're talking about is first, acknowledge and embrace your weakness. View challenges as possibilities. Know your learning style and use the right learning strategies. Number 4, remember that the brain has the ability to change thoughts throughout life. Sorry. Mali. Prioritize learning over or seeking approval. So, sis, for those 5, you choose whatever you can answer. And then
And
let's just share. Oh, brown out.
my light is sensor, so if I stop moving, then my light will start turning on.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
before that,
First,
before we go to that 5 growth mindset that you mentioned, so I just want to share what is mindset.
yes,
So
for
for
sure.
information, I know most of us have already an idea, but for those who are not aware or who wanted to know about mindset, so I just want to share this one. So mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. So it influences how you think, feel, and believe in any given situation. So that's mindset.
Okay, so there, that is mindset for those who are watching right now. Sorry, guys, I'm reading what I need to tell to talk about today's talk show. So I have my little boss here. So first mindset to do is the 7 how to develop our growth mindset, guys. Acknowledge and embrace your weaknesses. So in your understanding about this, sis Mary Ann, acknowledging and embracing your weaknesses.
So, how do you acknowledge or embrace your weaknesses? So, we are not perfect, we are just human beings. So, all of us have our strength and weaknesses. So, how do you embrace your weaknesses?
For me,
For order, me first. Okay, so of
yeah,
course, in
yeah,
order to do that, so you need to accept. First, you need to accept your weaknesses, and you you need to know how to turn it into strength. So if you like for yourself, if you are in denial, you keep on denying your weaknesses, uh, so you can really recognize or determine what they are. So it's really important that you know your weaknesses. Like for example, just for simple just for a simple example, let's say as a mother, you don't know how to know how to really look after your children. So of course, so that's one of your weaknesses. So what do you need to do? Like if you think that's your weakness, so of course you need to seek help, right? So you like for example, um, that's why here in Canada we have family like support from after you gave birth, especially if you're firstborn, for example. There's so many support that they provide for in order for you to learn and start how to look after your children. So if that's one of your weaknesses, like it's not that you are a bad mother or something like that, but everything is a learning process. So
that's
for
true.
example, like if you're undergoing some what do you call that, after you gave birth, or
Postpartum.
depression or something like that. So of course, like some mothers are unable to look after their children like that. So if that's one of your weaknesses, so it's not bad that you ask somebody to give you help. So I think that's my point of view.
That's true. At the same time, it's not um like what Sis Mary Ann says. Hold on, sweetheart. Don't move too much. Acknowledging your mistake, your weaknesses is not showing that you are not a good person at all, right? Because being acknowledging like acknowledging your weaknesses is something that will help you grow, right? Like you sis Mary Ann says, it's a learning process for everyone. That's how you set your mind, like I should accept that I am weak in, like, I don't know how to cook. Simple like that, right? I Some people say that, oh, mom, some moms don't know how to wash or do the laundry. So something like that, like Sis Mary Ann, we need to ask help or ask somebody to teach you how to do these simple things that will help you grow. It's not bad to ask, right? That's the thing about acknowledging and um sorry guys, my cell phone is going off always most of the time. Acknowledging and embracing our weaknesses. So even in job, you're not you're not gonna say you're not qualified unless you tried it, right? So it's not a weakness. It's acknowledging that you are trying to do your best and you need some help,
And as long
right?
as you are open for self improvement, I think that's the best part.
Yes, that's true. So number 2, view challenges as possibilities. Parang it's hard for me to answer this. Sis, can you answer?
View Okay, so view challenges as possibilities. So how do you do that? Okay, so in our everyday life, we will be facing challenges, of course, but taking such challenges is an important part of growing and developing as a person. So the more we can test our limits and capabilities, the more we will learn about ourselves. So it can sometimes be frightening, and our fear of failure can be too much to bear, but in the reality, the more we avoid challenges, the more we don't have the opportunities to learn about ourselves. So, meaning is that, like for example, you know that, uh, like, like you are afraid to do something. You know, you are afraid, you have the fear to do something. But if you're not gonna try, but if you're not gonna try, then how would you know, right? So
Yes.
I know in any decision that we make, there's always either a failure or success. So we don't know. That's only a few choices or anything like that. But as long as you try, I think there's nothing wrong with it. So you learn from your own mistakes as well. So you have to
That's
embrace that
true.
one aspect. So don't get bad if you fail
Mm-hmm.
this time. Okay, like for example, if you start a business, so the first business venture that you were in, you failed. So you spend too much money, time, and effort for that, for your business to succeed. But you know, sometimes no matter what you do, it's you're gonna fail on that. You're gonna fail on that field. So, like, don't feel bad. There's always a second chance. The next time maybe it's gonna be a success.
Better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Mhm.
better, or something like that. So don't get bad. As long as you keep going, just go. I know for sure there's something better in front of you that's waiting.
That's yeah. So all the challenges, not just challenges, maybe trials or pains in our life, we have to take that as possibilities that this is the growing parts of our being a parents, right? Being a person. So there's no such things like you're always a failure. Never think that failure is part of your system. It's just a learning process for you guys that we need to do, right? We have to to face this. Many people already facing challenges, not just few but most of us, not in just the business, in a regular day-to-day basis. There are lots of challenges, but there are also challenges that gives you opportunity to grow more, right?
So
So for now,
as what Sis Len said, challenges makes you more stronger. That's right. Yeah.
mm-hmm, that's
Yeah,
true.
like our nature, as I'm just basing in our nature as Filipino people. So we've been through a lot of challenges in life, you know. So, but here we are, we're still standing, we are facing
Yes.
challenges, and we're still looking forward for the best. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes us stronger. So, and that's because of our reasons, our whys, you know, that makes us as strong. Like we are parents right now, so our kids are our whys why we are still standing, because they need us. We are their
Yes.
support system. So
That's true, because the more we show this uh our kids that we are weak, that will gonna be developed too, right? So their personality be weak during those developing time, because they see us like we're always crying, like we can't handle any challenges, right? So they can feel that. Kids feel fear. Kids feel if you're happy. So we are the mirror of these little ones. Like they're looking up to, oh, mom always crying when I was getting. So challenges, looking after for our kids is something is big, especially here in Canada, in abroad, right? Because for us parents here in abroad, we don't have the relatives, let's just say mom or dad, to help us look after for our children, right? So these are the possibilities that will gonna make more stronger for this kind of challenges that we are facing, not today, maybe tomorrow, right? So just move
yeah.
on, guys. Let's see those challenges as a part of growing, always part of being strong, to be more accepting, right? Accept all those things that you hear, the feedbacks makes you more, okay, the next time you're gonna do it better.
Yes. It's
Mm-hmm.
as a lesson, you know. The next time, oh, I said, oh, I failed on this one, so this gonna be my let's say my guide to do better the next time, because you don't want to
That's
fall
true.
the same thing again, right?
Yes. Okay. So for number 3, you know your learning style and use the right learning strategies. So let's talk about being mom right now, sis.
Mhm.
Know your learning style and use the right learning strategies. When you become a mom, did you know any learning style to how to be a mom, to be a good mom? Is there
Actually,
any style?
in my own experience, I learn as I go along. You know, when I started, yeah, when I had my first child, I also don't know what to do, but it's in our sense that you have to use, yeah, that's what they said, use your common sense on something. Like, if you think let's say, for example, if you think your baby is crying, of course he needs something. It's either
Yeah.
he's tired, or he's hungry, or he's frustrated, or
Mm-hmm.
something. So because they can't talk, you need to know what they want, their needs.
That's
So
true.
same thing, even if you've already grown up, right? So you always need to think all the time, and like here, know your learning style. It's really hard because in this life,
That's true.
when
Learning is still on process, ongoing,
there's no
right?
really an exact strategies,
Mm-hmm.
unless you are basing your life in a book or something, but it's really hard to follow. It's really hard to
That's true. Like there's no manual, like what our one of our viewers says. Motherhood doesn't come with a manual, but
yes,
we
but
have the mom instinct, right? So we know if our kids are sick and then the doctor says, no, she's just doing, no, there is something wrong with my kids because she is not like that or he is not used to be like that. So
yeah,
it's a learning process. There's no style, there's no no right way, but we are learning every single day, because not on the past, every day. If we are parents, we are learning every day because for the kids, right? You don't know that your kids is like singing, so mm, you never, from there you're gonna learn, oh, you got a good voice. So discovering every kid's talent and skills are sometimes we neglect, right? Because we are so busy working at the same time looking after them that we thought we're giving the best for them,
yes,
right? Especially if we are doing two jobs. We thought that we're giving the best for our kids, especially, okay, I have your toy, I have this. But we neglect the part of, oh, you have this talent, you have these skills, right? So it's learning is a process, but we can learn from everything that we do every day.
yes.
So we don't
Yeah,
have to have a manual to 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 learn how to become a mom.
this is also so funny, but if there's mother's instinct, there's also like wife instincts. In some in some cases that like some wife will say, like, I think my husband is doing something like this and like that, so you can
Yes.
do it, right? And another thing is, if you want to start on something, let's say you find an opportunity, so there's an opportunity in front of you, so your mind and your heart are fighting, like it's either you go or not, right? So yes, so in anything you do, there is no strategies. Of course there is something you need to follow, but before that, before you decide, you need to follow your instincts still. It's either it needs your brain and your heart should work together.
Yes. And
So
they say, which one are you gonna listen? The one on the top or the one in the middle, right? Because brain is higher than your heart, but
yes,
for us, we have to sometimes follow our heart more than our brain, right? Because if we if we decides or think of something that you think that it would cost, like let's say, let you already open up a wife instinct, right? If you're gonna think about the hurt that that your husband costs you, it will gonna break your family, right?
Yeah.
But if you're gonna follow your heart, never mind the pain. You're gonna try to look on the other side. What will happen to my kids if I decide to leave my husband,
Yeah.
right? So same thing with the business or with the job that you have. If you're working the same thing like for 15 years, same thing, same day, it's it's a rotation already, right? Are you not gonna think twice like, am I going to be like them? Like they're already 65 and they're still working, right? In our community, if in our workplace. So learning is, there's no style, there's no way, or there's no right how are you gonna learn. It's it's coming naturally, right?
Yes.
It's
Correct.
just comes out. Oh, you're, you know, you never know. So that's the thing about learning. So number 4, so this is a good mind setting. So guys, for those wives out there and husband, maybe not just mostly husband or wives are watching here, it's like use your instinct every time you feel something's not right, not just for your husband but for your family too. Make sure you think,
Or any, or in any decision that you're going to
yes,
use your
pray.
yeah.
That's the ultimate
Yes.
one thing you have to do first. Pray and then think million times if this decision will gonna be good or bad for your family. Okay? Sometimes we have to set aside ourselves, especially if we have kids, to think for their future. Okay? So number 4, remember that the brain has the ability to change throughout life. Like we said a while ago, it's hard for this mind setting. but but like what we did, sis Mary Ann, we're on this online business. But before we became an online business owner, we're able to see that this is not the life that we want, especially for our growing children, for our growing kids, because we see that we are neglecting the some parts of being parents while they're growing up, right? So if you think of that, I'm gonna work hard, but still you're on the same position, I don't think there's nothing gonna happen. It's gonna be the rest of your life you're gonna be working hard for your children's future, right? So if another time that you think that I need to stop working but I have to find a solution, how am I going to to be able, right, to get some income, not leaving and not neglecting my family, would be going to your mind like, okay, I have to do this. I have to look for something, right? So that's how our brain works. The more you think of the positive way, the more it gonna comes like, okay, I'm happy today. The rest of the day you're gonna be happy. The rest of the day you're gonna be upset. So the more you
Yes.
think positive, the more it will gonna come to you. Not just for today, but throughout your life,
Yes.
right? Mm.
At the end of the day,
Okay, for
yeah, at the end of the day, you know, decision always matters, right? So if you just sit
mm-hmm.
down, if you sit down all day doing nothing, then what will happen? So sometimes you need also to use your brain, to use your knowledge, or your intelligent, what, not really intelligent, but your ability to do something to help yourself improve, right? Especially if
That's
you're,
true.
if you set your goal that, okay, in the next few years I want to see myself being like this. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to do your part, you need to take action.
Yes. It's not just praying we're praying. Yes, we do believe God, but God wants us to work for what we're asking, right? It's him to give you the answer, but you have to do the action. Right? Okay, so for number 5, priorities prioritize learning over seeking approval. So guys, sis, what do you say about this?
Okay, so you need to
So for those who are
prioritize
watching, hold on, sis. You
approval.
can comment and then we can read most of your comments below while we're doing, because this is open for everyone.
Okay. Yeah. So prioritize learning over seeking approval. Like let's say for example, you are into a job like let's say you are an employee. So some employees are doing this because they want to see themselves like their boss will tell them, oh, you're doing a good job or things like that. Okay, in the next few months I will give you uh uh,
Increase
in,
salary.
yeah, salary increase, or what do you call that, another higher position or something like that.
Position. Yes, I'm gonna promote you.
Promotion. So you are doing your job just because you are seeking for approval, but you forgot that the best thing is it's not about seeking approval all the time, but it's all about the process, the learning, the the things that you learn from the whole process. So that's, I think that's the most important thing. But most of us, maybe sometimes we just forget about what's the most important thing. It's the
Mm-hmm.
learning. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's true. The same time, sis, like what you said. So let's go back as as a mom, because mindsetting is part of our being mom. So you have to set that goals. Being a mom, it's not just what you see from other mom. You're gonna copy it, right? You're gonna ask, oh, am I doing okay with my kids? You should know better than other mom, because kids are different from other kids. They have their unique abilities, they have unique talents, right? So we don't seek any approval from others. We always learn from their advice, but we never seek their approval. We don't have to, okay, I'm not going to quit my job. Oh, people were gonna say, oh, why are you gonna leave your job? This is a good paid job. But it's different that you feel like you are not belong, right? You're just doing this, you want, because you want to earn some money, but you're not doing this because you love what you are doing, right? So that's why I decide, I didn't say I don't love my job. It's just the same over and over again what I'm doing in the nursing home. I see same people, new clients, new, but there's no growth. I see myself that I'm gonna be one of those clients if I don't.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's hard to see myself with those um uh what do you call that? I don't want to say old people. It's offending for those people who retired and don't have families to look after. It's hard to see yourself being in their shoes. So I don't want that kind of moment that I'm gonna be like them one day, right? So we don't need any approvals from other person or people to do something bigger for ourselves, for our families, for our future. Okay? Anything else?
Yes.
You need to prioritize.
Yeah, in In all situation, in every situation, at the end of the day, the most important thing is you learn something. It's not because you are doing this because you want other people to look up on you or to praise what you did or things like that, you know. So because you already know yourself, you don't need somebody, oh okay, you don't need somebody to tell you, oh, you are so good or things like that, you did a good job or things like that. But at the end of the day, you know yourself, and the most important thing is, yeah, the process, the learning that you
You develop, right?
you
You
did.
acquire.
uh,
Yes,
yeah,
during those times.
correct.
Because in our work, in our job, we're also learning. We're learning extra knowledge, we're learning some new skills. But the thing is, are we going to use that skills or that knowledge for the rest of our life? Right? Are we gonna wait for the boss to be like, oh, you have to promote me, I'm doing a good job? No, right? You're not gonna wait for that approval because you know yourself better than others, right?
Yes.
Okay, so from our viewers, I can't see who are these viewers in my site. Sometimes she said or he said, sometimes it is not the job but the boss. That's true. It's not the job that you are doing. It's the people around you and that workplace. And somebody says, work hard to reach our dreams is important.
Yes,
That's true.
this no, sis Raquel.
Ah, it's Sis
It's
Raquel.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. In my end, I only see people who are watching from my YouTube, but for the Facebook, probably you don't accept it. That's why I just see Facebook user. Sorry. Okay, so there. And
I just
then,
have this last quote. I have this quote about learning. So it says, "You have only failed if you have given up. Until then, it's just learning." So yeah. So if
that's
you give
true.
up, then
Yeah,
if you
you're
said
not gonna use that thing that you
yeah,
learn. It's useless.
so
Mm-hmm.
we don't stop
So that's
learning, right? We don't stop
yes.
learning
No, we're
anymore.
not. Mm-hmm. Never stop learning at the same time, learning from that experience, challenges, maybe those kinds of things that we are experiencing in life. Do it and make it as a stepping stone for you to grow and achieve whatever your goals in life is, right? You
Yeah.
don't stop because you learn something new. You have to dig more and explore more during those times, right? So another one, keep fighting for our goal. No one will help us if we won't help ourselves. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Mm-hmm. So anything else before we say thank you to the 7 million viewers that we have right now?
Yay, 7 million viewers.
Okay, so maybe that's it for today, guys. The 5 mindset that you have to do first before we grow. So never take those challenges as a learning stone. Keep all those
Yes.
file. Yes.
So nice
And
to so nice to remind ourselves with those kinds of uh what do you call it, the growth, the strategies like that, because sometimes we often forget that, oh okay,
forgive.
well, you're in the middle of something, it's hard, but with those strategies that we tackled tonight, so also give us an understanding of, oh, you're facing some circumstances. Sometimes you already know
Mhm.
what to do and what to think and things like that. So
Yes.
it's really nice.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay.
So never be shy or afraid to seek help. At the same time, you still, at the end of the day, you're still the one who's gonna decide if that advice or help that you hear from that person is the best decision you're gonna have, right? At the end of the day, you're still the one who's gonna decide this is the right thing to do for myself and for my family.
Okay,
It's
so
not.
you guys, for those who are watching us right now, so we didn't follow. Sorry about my light. It's really silly. Oh, I'm using the like what do you call this one? Like a sensor light here in the base.
Sensor light.
It's hard. So, like for those who are watching us right now, we didn't follow any strategies why we are here in this business.
No, we
We
don't.
just we just use our instincts and we just use our whys because
Yes.
we have we have dreams, we have goals in life that we need to achieve. So that's why we took action. Because if we just sit down in one corner, then there's nothing gonna happen to us. So if you want your dreams, if you want to reach your dreams or your goals to succeed, you need to do your part.
Yes. It's not gonna come to you in an instinct, right? You have to work hard for it. Everything that we do right now, even though you're not doing an online business, you're still doing it um for yourself, not for somebody else, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for those who are watching right now back home in the Philippines. Thank you, and from the other parts of the world, from USA, thank you guys for watching, and from the Winnipeg, yay! Hi, Winnipeggers.
Friends.
Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great weekend ahead. So keep bringing bottled water for you if you're going outside. It's really hot outside, guys. So please don't forget to bring water for if you are walking your kids outside, okay? So thank you. God bless and Mary Ann. See you next time. Bye bye. Hi, Sis Len. Bye bye.